everybody to the Saturday Night League in-season pod. This is week number 7, so episode 7. And damn, man, it's we're already halfway through the season, man. How you feeling about that, man?
I feel great. It's big assistant commissioner Slick today.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, we're gonna talk about why you're so excited, man. So
let's go.
For those first time listening, my name is KxngTrizz, commissioner of the league, and this is my co-host Slick, who is the co-commissioner of the league, man. So let's get right into it. We have the standings for the league. On the West, we have KxngTrizz currently still in first place, 5-2. Followed right behind me is Felonious Punt, who is also 5-2. Third place we have Pico de Guapo.
That's crazy.
Yo. We're gonna talk about Pico, man. We're gonna talk about Pico. 4-3. We have She Love It When I Touch Down, who's mediocre for 2-5, man. That's just sad.
That's
and
crazy.
Then Team Donnie, 2-5, and
2-5.
You can run us for the East, man.
East standings. We still have Central C 7-0. Okay, I am not a Central C believer, but he has the right to talk his talk because 7-0 I've never seen in fantasy. Shout out to him. Followed by DemBoys, 3-2. Houston Boy right after in third place at 3-2 as well. We got C Blizzy 2-5, and myself 2-5. It's big co-commissioner tonight.
Yeah, 2-5, man. Hey, listen, man. We still got 7 games left in the season.
Yes, we do.
And 2-5 is not terrible, especially when we have a lot of 2-5 players and a lot of 3-4 players. So you still have a big chance to make it to the playoff, man. String some wins together. Let's get it. I'm glad you're excited, though.
So playoff rankings, we have first place Central C, 7-0. It's followed by KxngTrizz. He is 5-2. They would, if the playoffs started today, they would get the first round bye. Third place, we have Thelonious Punt. Fourth place, Pico de Guapo. Fifth place, DemBoys. And sixth place is Houston Boy.
Constellation from 8 to 10, we have 8, Slick. Moving up, constellation ladder, we have 7, who's C Blizzy, who was looking pretty good last week, but kind of fell short this week. We got 8, Slick, who's moving up in this world, you know.
Yep.
9, She Love It When I Touch Down, who's moving down in this world. And we got Team Donnie, 10, just trying to figure out where she belongs,
survive,
man.
Yep.
Trying to survive. Yeah, let's move into the matchups this week, bro. Let's get into that.
Yeah, let's do that.
First matchup of the week between yours truly and DemBoys. I got that dub, like I said I would last week. You know, I wasn't too concerned. He had some guys who were injured. He tried his best. He scored 111 points. I scored 136. Notable scores for me was Kirk Cousins, who came alive, gave me 38.5 points as compared to last week where he gave me 19 points. So I'm very excited about that. Tyreek Hill gave me 25.5 points. You know, I'm always excited to see Tyreek Hill do what he does. He's one of the heavy hitters. Kittle finally had more than one catch. He had 5 catches for 78 yards, 12.5 points. I love that. I'm going to take that every day. And I had some really good guys in Myers and Pickens, man. So overall, my team was pretty solid. Over on his side, he had Geno Smith as a quarterback, gave him 22 points. He had Isaiah Pacheco, gave him 15.5 points, but actually he doesn't have Isaiah moving forward because I traded for Isaiah today. So hopefully he does well for me moving on in the season. Ramondre Stevenson gave him 14 points. Laporta gave him 11. Chris Godwin gave him 12.5. Devontae Adams gave him 12.5. His team was pretty good. So it's crazy, right? Because everybody gave him double digits, but they just didn't do a lot more than that to give him the win, man. But his team did pretty good, just not good enough to defeat me. Like I said, he scored 111. I scored 136.5. That brought me up to 5-2 and dropped him down to 3-4, man.
Not a bad week for you, man. Not a bad week at all. Not at all. Our next game, I think we said that it was game of the week last week. Central C and Pico de Guapo. Wanted to see how that would go with the Commonwealth. You know, Pico de Guapo is the vice president of the Commonwealth going against the anarchist leader in Central C. And Pico de Guapo lost. Not only did he lose, but go ahead and Teddy and go ahead and say your favorite stat of the week.
So before I go into this, we need a little backstory. And we need everybody to understand what's really going on. Pico de Guapo, man, coming out of week 3, was 3-0, one of the best teams in the league. Surprisingly, averaging about 130 something points a game. Everybody's like, "Yo, Pico's the team." You can go down in episode 1, 2, and 3, and we talk about it. Pico was the top team. Week 4, Pico went against me. We both had terrible weeks. I scored 89.5, my worst scoring week so far. Pico lost. Pico scored 76.5. At that point, that gave Pico the record holder for the lowest points ever scored in the league so far. Pico went on to the next week, lost again. Finally, last week, Pico, he had a very convincing win, and all the Commonwealth was excited. Everybody was excited. But then this week, Pico went against Central C himself, the leader of the Commonwealth. Now, you guys know about the Commonwealth. Central C came on here talking about the Commonwealth. They're usurpers. They're trying to take over the league, trying to make it into what it's not. They're unruly people, but it is what it is. Pico started making some suspicious moves of the week, man. You saw it. We talked about it on Thursday.
Yes, we did.
Pico's leaving Christian Kirk, who averages 14.5 points on the bench, to put in Christian Watson, who averaged 7 points. Come on, man. That's suspicious moves, man. You want to put your best players in the lineup to give you the best chance of win. Pico didn't do that. We said, "Yo, Pico, this is suspicious, man." Friday coming, we're looking at Pico's lineup. Pico ain't got no quarterback. Pico, what are you doing? Why don't you have a quarterback? You don't have a quarterback on the bench. You don't have a quarterback in your lineup. What's going on? Hey, yo, I'm trying something. I said, "Pico, this looks suspicious." Pico, you fell in love with the Commonwealth so much that you don't even want to beat the leader, Pico? I don't know, man. Pico said, "You want some trades?" I said, "I got you. I got J Love. Just let me get one of your guys on the bench. You're going to get a decent quarterback." J Love scored 25.5 points this week for a rookie. So if you're looking for a decent rookie quarterback, J Love from Green Bay, he's a good pickup. Pico didn't want J Love. Pico actually wanted to get Tua from someone else. Now, we know Houston boy is from Miami. That man loves all Miami plays. He's not going to give up Tua. So you know what he did? No. Oh, man, I forgot about it. Man, it's been busy. Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, Houston boy, let's be honest, man. You wasn't trying to give away Tua.
100% he was not.
You wasn't trying to give away Tua, man. Now, Pico thought he was getting Tua. Sunday morning, before the game, Pico made the most desperate pickup ever. Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson played like 4 games this season.
Deshaun Watson, the massage lover.
The massage parlor, like this man stayed all the massage parlors this man knows, man. Pico wanted a massage too. So Pico
massaged that out.
Pico picked up Deshaun. And what did Deshaun do? I didn't even watch the game, bro, but I know this man ended the game with negative 1.5 points. They took him out in the first quarter.
5 yards.
Concussion.
And it's against his leader.
Against your leader, Pico. Because Pico didn't want to make the right moves at the right time, talking about I'm trying to do something. He had the audacity to ask in the league. What do you ask? Does everyone always put their best projected players in the lineup? If they're performing and the projection's high, they're going in the lineup, bro. I don't care what you say. I'm going to put a man who averages almost 15 with a projection of 15 or so on the bench for a dude who averages 7 and a projection of 10? How does that make sense, Pico? Do you have the game plan? Do you have the script, Pico? Do you have the script? Or did Central C tell you, "Hey, yo, Pico, man, it's all love. I forgive you." Did Central C turn you soft, Pico? I thought you was the man. I thought you was the chosen one. And I'm ranting because this is comedic gold.
I know you've been talking about this a lot all day. Pico's been catching strays in the chat.
Nah. Those ain't strays. Those are straight bullets, man. Straight bullets. Because Pico be doing some suspicious stuff, man, ever since he joined the Commonwealth.
Yeah, it's not been good for him, except for 1 week last week when he won. So here goes another streak that goes terribly when people join the pod, except for Central C. People join the pod and don't do well.
That's not the end of the story, though. Listen.
It's not.
I need y'all to listen. Pico had Austin Eckler. He had a lot of faith in Austin Eckler. 5.5 points. I know everybody who had Austin Eckler this week was severely disappointed. I'm sorry for y'all. That's just it. It's fantasy. Travis Etienne Jr., 22.2 points. Pico was happy. 22 points. He thought he was going to go somewhere with that. Jalen Waddle, 12 points. Pico was happy. He thought he was going to go somewhere with that. Nobody else gave Pico 7 digits after that. Not Watson. He left on the he put in the lineup instead of Christian Kirk, who gave him 19. Jared Cook, 19, left on the bench. Mostert. Now, granted, he put Mostert in. Mostert has been a monster. He just failed. 6 points.
Yeah, just a bad week.
Philly defended the run like champs. That's what they did. Watson ain't do nothing. Musgrave ain't do nothing. His kicker was average. Pico scored 71.5 points. This man beat his record from 3 weeks ago. Pico now is the 2-time champion, the 2-time record holder for the lowest average score in the league. Pico the Guapo, Pico the Pretender, Pico, you don't belong here. Pico the Faco.
These are all the things that his leader called him.
This is all the things Central C called you. And then you went in and joined his Commonwealth. And ever since then, bro, you're 1-2. Terrible performances ever since you joined this man. This man called you out your name. But listen, bro, the table welcomes you back, man.
Come back to the table.
Come back to the table.
There's order.
Because Central C has no respect for you. This man dropped 158 on your tet, son.
That's crazy. Can we talk about that for a second? Because Central C has been 160, 165, 160.5, 150.
He's doing good.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
I think he averages about 140 points a game.
Pico, man,
but Pico wasn't prepared.
Wasn't your best week preparing for this matchup. I'll tell you that.
You're supposed to prepare for this man, but nah, this man subjugated you. That's what I believe happened. You joined the Commonwealth. This man put a collar around your neck. Say you my puppy now.
That's crazy. That's wild.
That's wild. Pico had Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Central C had Patrick Mahomes. 48.5. That boy went off. And his favorite target, Travis Kelce. Central C also had Travis Kelce, 35.5 points. He went off.
How did we let that happen in the draft? How do we let him get both of them? That's crazy. I remember specifically. What happened? I saw him still available to get drafted, and I was like, he's gonna be my next pick. And then Central C took him. How did we let that happen?
So what happened was my draft. The way I drafted is that I leave quarterbacks for the later rounds. Round 7 or 8, and Travis Kelce, I think he picked in the first round. So I wasn't really looking for a quarterback early, and I think in the mid rounds he picked up
Mahomes.
I think in like his third pick was Mahomes, so he planned out for that. When I think a lot of other people were leaving the quarterbacks for later, he went in, which is a good strategy. It's paying off. The guy's doing good, so more power to him, man. Puka Nacua gave him 23 points, which is good for him because Cup suffered. So whoever else had Cup, who felt that it was gonna be their day, Puka said, "Cup, it's my turn, man. Right. Go back on IR, bro. Let me do what I do." Outside of that, he had Kareem Hunt 15, and nobody else really was special for him, man. Brian Robinson 8, Keenan Allen 9.5, Ayuk was 10, defense and kicker both were 4. So all these other players were average at best, less than average, but he had some key players who boomed.
Right.
And because of that, he scored 158 and just took Pico's soul, bro. He took his soul. So Pico, man, come home, bro. Come home, Pico. Come back to the table, bro.
Next game, we have Houston Boy and She Love When I Touch Down. She Love When I Touch Down, another low showing, 77 points. Losing to Houston Boy 118.5. She Love When That Touchdown has taken the worst team spot. Team Donnie was the worst team, but she at least performs a little better than She Love When That Touchdown. And he started off strong, started the year strong, but 77 points. I mean, I've been losing, and that's not even enough to beat me.
The man was 3-0. Came on the pod, talked some trash. Ain't win a game since.
Not since. His top player was his quarterback, Matthew Stafford, 28.5 points. And then second best is Terry McLaurin, 15 points. And the rest of his team...
Olave, 12.5.
Bijan Robinson, 0 points. I think he got injured. But
he definitely got injured, yeah.
Ridley, 1.5. I mean, there's not much to say. He needed to attack them waivers again. And then Houston Boy on the other side, Foreman went crazy, 89 yards, 3 total touchdowns, so 32.5 points. Another boost for him was Mike Evans, 6 receptions, 82 yards, 20 points. And his quarterback, Jalen Hurts, 34.5 points. And then the rest is just good points showing, and that'll get him the win. Shout out to Houston Boy. He was near the bottom of the teams, but he has been putting a few strings of wins together and trying to battle for that last spot in the playoffs.
The next matchup was actually a really good matchup. 2 high-scoring games, C Blizzy versus Felonious Punt. Now, C Blizzy, like we said, it's probably looking like one of the scariest teams moving forward.
Yep.
As you know, he has Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, Cooper Kupp, Mark Andrews. Cooper Kupp did not do what he was supposed to do. Had Cooper Kupp done what we expected the Cooper Kupp to do,
He
C.
would
Blizzy
have.
would have won this game. He
Yeah.
scored 157 points, where Thelonious Punt only scored 158.5. C. Blizzy had Josh Allen 37, Kamara 29, Diggs 17. Even Ford from Cleveland had 17 as well.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews at 22 and Pittman at 16. Those are good scores, man. Listen, losing, there's no shame in losing when scoring 155 and or 157. No shame scoring more than 130 and losing, honestly.
Yeah, no, and also remember you need those points because we do head-to-head matchups first for tiebreakers, and then if the head-to-head matchup is even or you haven't played a team, it's going down by points. And losing by 157, I mean, it's gonna still add to your point total. So he's still in good position because of that.
And on the other side, we had a Thelonious Punt with Lamar Jackson, who scored 44. Boy, they put a beating on Detroit. I didn't see.
Yeah, they did. That was terrible.
They went in on Detroit. That was bad. Barkley gave him 18.5. A.J. Brown, man, 29.5. Really good. I love this name. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 23 points.
Mm-hmm.
And Jonathan Taylor, 21 points. He almost lost this game because his defense gave him -3.
Let's talk about that. I sent them a message. So it's crunch time for me. I gotta not only win, but I need help. So I told them, boys, I'm gonna show you how grimy I can get. Messaged Thelonious Punt and said, bench your defense, because if they give you -5, it's a wrap. Not only that I need to win, but I also need people in my division to start losing. Who is C. Blizzy? Needed him to lose. I asked him to bench his defense, secure the dub. He did not. Thelonious Punt, he's a man of integrity. I respect that, but I don't believe in sportsmanship. So it is what it is. He left him in. It almost came back and bit him in the ass.
Game.
Yeah, 100%. But thank God that he won, and thank God he beat C. Blizzy, and it didn't go any lower than -3.
That interception saved him.
Yes, it did.
The 2 points for that interception the defense had saved him, because it would have been -5, and he would have lost that match. I would have laughed. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I would have
been pissed because I told him bench the defense.
Nah,
but it still worked out. Got the outcome that I wanted. So it is what it is.
And I had a feeling that might happen though. And the reason why is because last week Minnesota didn't do too well. And I'm like, Kirk Cousins ain't gonna have 2 bad games in a row, man. And he came out and he balled out, and they was about to punish that defense, man.
But shout out to Thelonious Punt helping me out with the division opponent losing. That brings me to my game. Finally got that elusive
Let's talk about it, man.
Finally got that elusive dub. It's been over a month. I haven't won anything. I think I won the first game, and then that was it. Even the first game that I won wasn't that great. I know, man.
5 weeks.
That's a lot. I know the first game that I won wasn't even pretty either. I had a lot of injuries. So I could have been 0-6 right now. But thank God I'm not. I had Jared Goff. Definitely was not going to put in Russell Wilson again. I had Jared Goff. He get 25.5 points. Christian McCaffrey back to his normal form, 22. Well, maybe a little bit normal form, but 22.5 points. Addison. I know a lot of people were mad when I picked up Addison. Got 31 points, 7 receptions, 123 yards. 2 touchdowns. I mean, I do my thing in the waivers. TJ Hawkinson, 11 receptions, 86 yards, 19.5 points. And my defense, which is the boost that I really, really needed, with 12 points. Because the rest of my team, they didn't do that well. Just 7 points, 7.5, 4, 8. Well, that's 8. The 8 from the kicker, so that's good. But the 7, 7.5, and the 4, it's not that great. And on the other side with Team Donnie, she had Herbert, 19 points. Got Algier, 13.5 points. Darren Waller did his thing, 22.5. And Gibbs, 27 points. But thank God no one else on our team put up those type of points. You got Jacobs at 5, Davis at 1.5. So that is a recipe for me to win. Like I said, got to at least score 100 points to 110.5. I'll take it.
Take it any day, bro. 137 is good, bro. Moving on to next week, man. Week 8, second half of the season. It's crunch time now, man. Like before, we were just seeing how teams are. Now we know which teams are which teams.
Yeah.
And now we know who has to jump on the waivers and who can relax a little bit. The main goal is getting to the playoffs. I know Central C can relax, but he ain't gonna relax because this man, he's just he's something else. But
He's a menace.
so we have myself going against Central C this week. This is gonna be a big matchup, I think.
Yep.
Team Donnie going against C Blizzy, the battle of 2 and 5s. Then we have She Love It When I Touch Down going against Slick, another battle of 2 and 5s. We got Pico de Guapo and Houston Boy going up against each other for Houston Boy being 3 and 4, Pico de Guapo being 4 and 3, and we have Felonious Punt going against DemBoys.
So out of those games, I'm looking at 3 games that I keep my eye out, and then there's 1 game of the week. The first, the 3 games that I'm looking at, my game, of course, She Love When I Touchdown going against Slick. I want to see I hope that She Love When I Touchdown continues to have bad weeks, and I need that bonus win. I'm also looking at Team Donnie and C Blizzy. Like you said, it's a battle against 2 and 5 teams. Now we're just trying to clear out to see who gets the lower half of the playoff rankings. This is what the second half of the season is all about. It's just about positioning. And the next game I'm looking at is I guess I lied. It's just those 2. Yeah, those 2 games that I'm looking at. And game of the week, I believe, and I think you agree as well. I'll let you say it because I know we're thinking the same thing. Game of the week.
Oh yeah, man. Game of the week. The 2 leaders of the divisions, myself against Central C. Now, I'm gonna give Central C all his props, man. His currently, wow, it even went up. His projection is 145.3. This is around what the average is. My projection is 139.9. So I got some heavy hitters, but he has some guys too, man. And I think it's gonna be the matchup of the week. I'm not promising anything. I'm not gonna be like everybody else. This is a match I'm not promising anything. All I know is it's gonna be good, and yeah, man. I don't want to. First of all, I don't want to lose, man. I really don't want to go on the 5-3. I'm trying to give Central C his first loss, but we'll see how that turns out, man.
Yeah, no, I really hope you can do that. I would love to see. I say this every week, but I'd love to see Central C go down and finally have a 1 next to him. But you know what? I can't lie to you. There's a little part of me that wants to see him go undefeated up until his last game, which is against me, I believe, and then I can take him down. Pause. I think this is his official best chance to lose. If he doesn't lose against you, then I think it's wraps. He's just gonna win out the whole season because you guys have the second highest projected score for this week.
Yeah,
and he has the highest. So it's literally 2 heavyweights going against each other. So
yeah, and we also scored the most in the league as well. So
yeah, so I'm rooting for you. Rooting for you as a member of the table, going against the leader of the Commonwealth. 2 forces going against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the table wins. This week's guests, we got DemBoys joining us, and we may have an appearance of Central C just for his matchup going against the commissioner. So we got those 2 coming up.
All right, we got them coming up, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, folks, welcome back. We have with us Central C, the notorious Central C, on deck, and DemBoys, man. We want to welcome you guys to the pod, man. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man.
The notorious. Oh, whoa. When Central C is speaking, nobody else speak when the notorious Central C is speaking. If you look at my record, you see 7-0. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm at 100% locked to make the playoffs. I could lose the next 7 games and still make it to the playoffs. I know none of y'all can say that in here. How am I doing? The commissioner asked me how I'm doing. I'm doing good. I'm living. You see me right now. I got my bonnet on. I got my glasses on. Got my sweater on. What Shador Sanders say? He put the watch up on them. They frozen. I'm doing good, man. I'm having a good time. I'm coming out this week.
That watch is not icy, bro.
Nixon. I don't know what they make, but they make watches, and shout out to them because they handcrafted my piece. I put an order in for this watch.
You coming out here flexing with your mom's glasses and bonnet on, bro. Why you doing that, bro?
Man,
I bought this bonnet myself.
All those wins can't get you a new sunglasses, bro. You can get sunglasses for $10.
This is a trademark.
$5 at Walmart.
Can't get rid of it. This sunglasses is a trademark.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna move on from that nonsense and talk about DemBoys going against KxngTrizz. DemBoys lost 111 to 136.5. Let me hear your thoughts, DemBoys.
Yeah, man. Tough loss. Had some bye people on my lineup that I couldn't play. Derrick Henry couldn't play. David Montgomery He's out with an injury, as well as Debo. And all my players, like I said, they gave me double digits. I didn't have anybody that really busted. Pause.
That's kind of right. That's kind of crazy.
Pause. That's kind of crazy. But
yo.
pause. I said pause.
Y'all know Dwight Howard.
Y'all know what I mean by that. Y'all know what I mean by that.
I hear you.
I mean,
I don't.
Just tough loss.
Well,
Tough
that's
loss,
cool.
man. Me and Triz made a trade, though. I gave up Pacheco, got CD Lamb, got a bona fide number 2 wide receiver. So I think my team will be a lot better. And like I said before, my schedule is looking a little lighter.
The man who beat him.
After, that's fine. I'm trying to better my team. You feel me? I got Delonious Punt next
trying
week.
to make deals with
I got
your
Delonious
oppressor.
Punt next week. He's at full strength. Hey, let me talk. You'll talk next.
Let's not talk about oppressors and oppressees, man.
We'll get to you.
We gonna get
to you about
Can I finish my point?
right now. Yes, you can, DemBoys. Go ahead, DemBoys.
Let me finish.
Whoa! Don't let the scraps tell you what to do.
Thank you.
Don't let the scraps tell you what to do underneath the table.
I'm about to mute
your mic. I'm about to mute your mic.
Let the man talk, bro. Let them finish.
Yeah, I think, like I said, my schedule is gonna be a lot lighter after Delonious Punt, who's gonna be at full strength, who I feel like I can beat, which will be a tough game though. I do got Slick, who will be without CMC, and then I got Central C, who will be without Mahomes, Kelsey, and Nakua that week. So I feel like I have a great opportunity to capitalize on the bye weeks, and happy about that.
Yeah, that's major for you. Not having as you said, Central C with his top 3 players out. And myself even included in that with CMC out. That is in your favor. So
in my favor for sure.
Your team can definitely climb up the playoff rankings. You're at your 5th right now. I could easily see you 4th or maybe 3rd continuing the season if you continue to win. So how do you feel your team will end up? Do you think that you'll stay at 5 or maybe climb a little higher?
I'm trying to get the highest seed I can. I just take it every week at a time. You know what I'm saying? So every week I'm just trying to go 1-0. You know, trying to just get a win week by week. So wherever I land, like I said, as long as I make the playoffs, I feel like I'll have a good shot. Obviously, with lowercase c being 7-0, it's going to be kind of hard getting that bye week. Of course, it's probably out the picture. If I get into the playoffs, I think I'll be in pretty good shape. I just want to get there.
All right, now we're moving on to Central C, man. Listen,
so
Central C had an amazing
Trizz
matchup this week. Hey, it's all good, bro. I'm not even hating against you and your team, man. We got a matchup, but we'll talk about that later. But let's talk about your previous matchup, man. You invited this man into your home. You fed this man. You gave this man a title, Pico de Guapo. You made this man feel at home, and then you proceeded to just destroy this man on the field, man. Talk to us about that, bro.
I would like to say there's no hard feelings between me and Pico de Guap. He is my vice president. But at the end of the day, we're all competing. You know, there's one ring. There's one title of who's going to be in the first. This is the first, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday Night Football League. And you see all the great things that have come from this one season. This is a prestigious title, whoever wins this ring this year. This is the beginning of history. So all I'm saying is, you know, we got a lot of people who are competing. Ricky, not so much, but there's a lot of people who are competing for that ring. And what I'm saying is, whoever wins that ring is going to be, honestly, this thing could go for the next 10 years, the next 15 years. Ring number 1 is always going to be the most important. And who's going to get that ring, we don't know. But all I know right now, and everyone in this chat knows, and everyone in our group knows, and everyone online knows, there is one man who has the best chance of getting it right now. It is a man that is undefeated. 7 people stepped up, but nobody has succeeded. People have come around saying they needed game plans. I don't mean to say this because I'm not talking ill about my vice president. But he said way back week 2, he said Mahomes and Kelsey aren't going to save you all the time. Mahomes and Kelsey put up 84 on his head. That's when don't talk bad about the Central C. Every week I come up here, every week, everyone says this person carried you, that person carried you, your team's lucky, your team's this. But I think right now it's undeniable. No one has seen a success like this. 7-0. No one has seen anything like this. This is unprecedented. This is the beginning of history, ladies and gentlemen. So my matchup against Pico de Guapo, and my team came in and did what we had to do. I think for me, which was my most important thing this week, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, they had their booms this week. This is the most points they've ever put up since I've had them. Patrick, he had his explosion this week, 48.5 points. He usually averages 30, 35. Travis Kelsey went completely off, 35.5 points. I'll be honest with you, Pico really didn't give me much to be worried about because by the end of the first set of games, this man only had 32 points. So I was already put the phone away, and I said GG before the other 2 games even started. This week, the vice president, we're going to regroup as the Commonwealth. Everyone else in the Commonwealth took an L this week. Last week, we had a very good week. All 4 of us got wins. This week, Connor lost a very rough matchup against Thelonious Putt, who low-key has a sneaky good team, but you will never hear me compliment this man because I don't like that man.
Yo, that's wild.
But
that's great. Why?
Because I never like faced him. It's not that I don't like his character. I don't know Phil as a person. All I know is that everyone's an op. Everyone's an op until I beat them, so it don't matter. 3-12. My record might be 12-0 by that time. That's crazy. All I'm saying is, the Commonwealth we took a hit this week, but I think later on tonight we might have some interesting developments within the Commonwealth. I'll say that to say the least.
Okay, keeping the people on their seat. You have a matchup coming against KxngTrizz. You and KxngTrizz.
I've been waiting for this one.
We said it's going to be game of the week.
Underneath the table. Scraps underneath the table. Wait while I address KxngTrizz real quick. Hold on.
We got you. We got you and KxngTrizz going against the 2 leaders of the league. We got KxngTrizz as the leader of the whole league as commissioner. And we have you, the leader of the Commonwealth, as I like to say, the anarchist leader. I want to hear your thoughts going against, I would say, 2 heavyweight teams. You guys have the highest projection, both 2 teams combined, and individually you guys are 1 and 2. So you have 2 division leaders. What are your thoughts, Central C and KxngTrizz?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies first.
This is the beginning. That's fine. The real person in charge should be speaking first, so that's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most anticipated matchup since the inception of this league. Me and KxngTrizz, also known as Misinformation Teddy, over here. This man has slandered my team. He has slandered the Commonwealth. Anything I have put, anything good I have stood for, this man has destroyed and tore down. He has practiced the dark arts. He has done all types of things. This is a time for retribution. I don't, honestly, there is no good. There's no good feelings between this matchup. This is a heavyweight fight. All I know is this man right here, since the inception of this whole thing, he is the reason that I come in every day in and day out, and I do what I need to do. KxngTrizz, I'm not really worried about you because in my wake, I've been making moves. And I've been doing what I need to do. And I like to say right now, as I am sitting up here waiting for our matchup, you have a good team, I have a good team. When you look at it, you said something a couple weeks back. You said Central C and me, we're not the same. You said we're not the same. That way I move different. The way Central C moves, he moves different. But Teddy, I think you could see, KxngTrizz, I think you could see when you look at our records, that is true. We are not the same. Because what I do is win, and you took an L last week. We clearly aren't the same person. So all I'm going to say to you is, I hope that you're ready. And I hope that this week, after I go to you see my record now, 7-0. When it says 8-0, there is nothing that you could say. There's nothing that you can be done. How can you look your citizens in the face and tell them that you are the fighting champion? Well, all I'll say right now is that the Commonwealth is going stronger every day. We got new people added to the Commonwealth every day. And I would like to say right now, we're actually getting ready to introduce a new member of the Commonwealth. DemBoys, do you pledge allegiance to the Commonwealth? Do you pledge allegiance to be the newest addition to the Commonwealth? All you got to say is
yes,
I do. Yes, sir. This is what we do. We make moves in the Commonwealth.
No.
This man is
chief
of militia.
Let me just say,
he's chief of army.
DemBoys, I need to hear your...
I've been seeing Central C's big growth, in this league, 7-0. I just lost against the commissioner. He was practicing dark arts, talking about Gino.
Yes.
Nigga, what?
Yes.
Talking about Gino, and then he gets injured like 5 minutes later. I mean, that was the first red flag for me.
The man finished the game, bro.
My brother went to the Commonwealth, and he's been kind of talking to me, telling me that it's a good move for him. He's been putting up over 140 points ever since, just doing great. And
this nigga's still 2-5 though.
But he told me that you said yourself last week he's gonna have a still good team, and he might do some things, and he will. But I mean,
yeah, but
special operations
listen,
consultant
man.
Tyler Rozier. Commonwealth.
So I'm noticing something, man. I feel like y'all niggas are being subjugated by Central C, man. I'm gonna just keep it real, man. I'm just keep it real. You call Pico the Pretender out.
I'm speechless.
You call Pico the Pretender out. I beat Pico the Pretender. He joined the Commonwealth. You call DemBoys out. I beat DemBoys. He joined the Commonwealth. So it seems to me.
See, the issue you're having is that you're egotistical. You think this revolves around you, and that's
egotistical?
Your problem. You think this revolves around you, and that's your problem.
I'm egotistical.
No. You think this revolves around you.
Today's the only day you ain't come up in here with your chest out, bro. I'm egotistical. That's why.
You think you're the catalyst for this movement. It's not about you. You've lost power. You lost power a while ago. I'm just letting you know that. That's what's funny. You think you're in power.
I've said, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to listen to this, right? We all know the definition of power. The definition of power, it is not about the man who has the most money or the man who has the most resources. It's the man who can make things happen. The Commonwealth has what you call perceived power. They think they can make moves. They can only make moves among themselves. I hold all the cards. I'm the commissioner.
All right. So say you hold all the cards, right? Say you run the table, right?
Yes, sir.
No. Say you run the table. You have all the power.
I run the table.
All right. You shut down the league right now. I still got the best record in the league. So then you giving me that ring anyway. So what's that even matter to you? You can't even get the ring if you wanted to. What's your power? What's your power matter now? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
I'll be right back. Hold up.
He's about to go get
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last episode because the end is going to be the end of the pod. He about to shut down it. He about to shut down the league.
Listen, DemBoys, you really joining the what led up to this? There were no rumblings in the chat at all. This is breaking news.
I know, and this is also breaking news. I will never, ever join such a vile and stupid Commonwealth. You thought I was going to salute to you, Central C? You thought because I was going to send you texts and try to, hype you up that I was going to join, that I was actually going to join? Thought because my brother was going to join? Thought because I just did this whole podcast and did a whole salute to you that I was for real?
You faking them out?
Nigga, they April Fools yet, bro, but I'm fooling you, bro, and I'm coming for your spot. Pause.
Ooh, Central C. KxngTrizz, you missed some happenings right now.
I ain't no Commonwealth, bro. I ain't no Commonwealth.
He said he faked out Central C, gave him a fake answer, and called him out saying he'll never join.
I gave him that Euro step, bro. I went right, he was in the right, and I took a left.
Central C, how do you feel getting duped live?
You will always be my option.
Look into my eyes.
I
can't do I look like I care? Do I look?
You got no eyes. You got the fake shades on.
Do I look like I'm bothered? Do I look? Here's the thing.
Bothered.
Here's the thing about this. No, hold on. Don't speak for me. Let me talk. I was asked a question, not you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not surprised that this happened. I'm not surprised that he would dupe me out. At the end of the day, the Commonwealth is not. It's not an oppression. It's not an oppression. I'm not gonna force him to join the Commonwealth. I'm not gonna tell him that. Hey, I'm not gonna put a gun to his head. I'm not gonna put a gun to his head and say join. It don't matter to me. He could be in the Commonwealth. He could be outside the Commonwealth. All I know is that the Commonwealth is a family. The people who are in the Commonwealth want to be in the Commonwealth. Peter Guapo, he in here. C Blizzy, he in here. Team Donnie, she in here. Me, we in the Commonwealth. So if you say one time you win the Commonwealth and now you're saying you out the Commonwealth, then I'm gonna just talk how I was talking before you even joined, before you even sent me that text message. Ladies and gentlemen, fun fact about this man who pretended to join the Commonwealth. Let me tell you what he asked me to do a couple days back. He said he wanted to join the Commonwealth. No. Don't try to make this sus. Try to make this sus. Listen to what I'm saying.
No, tell him.
This man said he wanted to join.
No secret.
This man said
it wasn't no secret.
This man said he wanted. It was a secret because it was had between me and you. If you wanted to do this, you would have put it in the group chat, but you did it between me and you.
But
so it was a secret.
Doesn't matter.
What he did was he texted me. I'll let them know so they know the type of character that they're working with. Why would we want a person like this in the Commonwealth? He texted me. He said, hey, I'm down to join the Commonwealth. I said, congratulations, brother. We down to have you. He said, I'm only joining the Commonwealth if you replace Pico de Guapo as vice president and put me in charge. This man wanted me to snake out my own person behind his back. And what does Central C do? He ain't do that. Pico de Guapo lost 2 out of he's 1-2 right now since joining the Commonwealth. That's been a very well known stat people been throwing out there. But did I toss him to the side? Did I snake him out because them boys had a 3-game winning streak? I did not, because it's not about that. It's about loyalty. But if that's the type of character you're showing, I'm glad you exposed yourself on camera, because that's who DemBoys is. And like I said, week 2, when I played this man, ladies and gentlemen, some clowns don't take their makeup off when they're done with the circus. They wear their makeup home, because that's what this man showed right in front of you in national television. Right on this podcast, this man showed it right to you. So I'm not losing any sleep about what just happened. All I know is that I got a matchup against KxngTrizz, and that's my first concern. And whatever matchup the other people in the Commonwealth gotta make. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I feel no type of way.
I
am minding my business.
wanted to come on here and show you all what we playing for. You see this? This is the ring.
What does that matter if you don't win it? Put it back. Stop getting your dirty fingerprints all over the ring, bro.
Hey,
like
I'm just letting you know that I got it. I'm just letting you know that I got it right now.
So you're just gonna.
It's not you. So in the meantime, as the commissioner, I can look at this. Can have it on my you can't.
This thing is getting mailed?
Yes.
Oh no, it's staying at my crib because I'm gonna win.
You're not.
Let's not get it. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted, man.
All right.
This man talking about, are you gonna send this to Ohio? It ain't going to Ohio. I'll tell you that much.
Just might, bro. I got 2 people here.
It's a good ring though, man. It's hefty.
I got better odds than y'all.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that bling.
That's what we're competing for that ring, that SNL ring. You're one.
I need that.
Look at that bling, bro.
I need that.
KxngTrizz got his fat fingers touching it all season, but we just got to give it
That's
a
what I'm
buff
saying, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look
Can
at
you
this,
put
man.
the ring down, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Nah, bro.
So
to get to
another topic, DemBoys said that when he does play Central C will be without Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Puka Nacua. DemBoys, are you feeling confident because Central C isn't going to be at full power?
I mean, look, what's a soldier without his leaders, right? You don't have Patrick Mahomes, bro. You're not going to do nothing, man. I mean, it's going to be tough, bro. It's going to be really tough for him. I think he really knows that, too. In his heart, he's like, dang, like, what am I going to do for real when he doesn't have his guys for real? But I got to capitalize, man. If he gets that win and pulls that win off, then, I mean, I don't got nothing to say for real. But we just got to test this team for real and see if they're really that deep.
Central C, what are your thoughts on he has a valid point. You're going to be missing your 3 top players. So what are your thoughts on his take on your team?
Why he talking about you got to test my team? He got beat by 65 when I played him. If there's anyone that I should be testing my team against, low-key, the best teams in the league, other than myself, is C Blizzy. He turned it around. He got one of the best teams in the league. KxngTrizz, he got one of the strongest teams in the league. And the Thelonious Punt, he got one of the strongest teams in the league. DemBoys is not... Ladies and gentlemen, do not get this mixed up. He is 3-3. This is the level. This is the definition of mediocrity. I think he's 3-4. Actually, I give you a better record than you actually got. This man is 3-4. This is all talk. As for what I'm going to do when I play him, when I have 3 people on bye weeks, honestly, I'm not that worried. Primarily because I've done pretty good. And I think this is something that people really aren't giving me credit for. Given that I've always been winning, I've always been in the back of the waivers. But with what I can do, I have worked the waivers very well. People aren't giving me that credit. Last week when I played, when I played She Loved When I Touchdown week 6, I got 20 points purely based off the defense I picked and the kicker I picked that week. As for this week, when my running back, I had Tony Pollard on bye, and I picked up Kareem Hunt, who gave me 15 points. So I have worked the waivers very well for someone who is not in a prime position to pick anyone at all. As for the players I'm going to have, I'm really not worried about losing Patrick and Puka, because I do have Brock Purdy on my bench. I'm still confident in this man's ability to throw and do what he has to do. As long as he's handing the ball to CMC,
Bro, you got 3
as long as he's throwing it, they're not staying there. They're not staying there. I only picked up Derek Carr, so the opponent I was going against couldn't pick up a quarterback.
You see,
That's true.
Wow, you see how messed up this man is?
And he called me a snake. He said I was
a quarterback you're not going to use. So your second command, Pico Guapo, could not get a quarterback. That's wild.
Respectfully, Pico had
so you talking about the dark arts. You talking about the dark arts. You intentionally left Deshaun there so Deshaun could get hurt.
Snake move, bro. You taking a quarterback from not only your competitor, but your number 2.
Hold on.
Central Snake.
Central.
Them boys, you already ruined your reputation, so there's not much you could do at this point. But
No, not really, man. For real.
as for me,
If one could
as-
say you ruined yours before the league even started.
some could say that, but I think the views say otherwise. But what I would say right now, KxngTrizz, don't make that correlation between me and you with Deshaun getting hurt. You wished on a man's downfall. I didn't say nothing about Deshaun. You the one that actually wanted someone to get hurt. I didn't say nothing about Deshaun. And you know I didn't say nothing about Deshaun. You over here talking about you wish Gino got hurt so you could play better than Gino got hurt. I just sat there. To be fair, Pico de Guapo had literally all week to pick up a quarterback. Like, all week. This man waited until an hour before the game to pick up Deshaun Watson. That's not my fault. That's not my fault.
Yeah,
So I'm not going to
We
sit
did
up.
talk about that. He said he was waiting for Tua.
I'm not going to sit up. He was trying to trade for Tua. He didn't care about Derek Carr, so it didn't matter. He was trying to get Tua.
Ooh.
But as for that
He wasn't
week,
gonna get Tua.
no, Chris was not giving that up, not at all. But as for that week, at the end of the day, look at who I still got on my team. Patrick goes out. I still got Brock Purdy. Puka Nacua goes out. I can still slide in Brandon Ayuk. I still got two. Arguably, people aren't really paying attention to this. But if you guys are really watching and paying attention to the receiving yards, Keenan Allen, Puka Nacua, and DJ Moore are top 10 in the NFL, and 3 of them are on my team. So if Puka goes out, put Brandon Ayuk in, I'm not really losing sleep because Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. But I have been excellent at working the waivers, even though I've been in a position to where I really haven't been I haven't been drafting high. All I'm going to have to worry about is who am I going to pick up at tight end. There was a week
It's a big
when
worry, bro.
I wasn't sure if Travis Kelce. There was a week when I didn't know if Travis Kelce was going to play. He ended up playing. But in that week, Travis Kelce, I was going to put him on the bench and I was going to pick up Dalton Schultz. And then I was scared. I was like, I don't know what this man Dalton's going to do. That week, Travis did play. But Dalton only had Travis only had 2 more points than Dalton. So I would have been fine. I've been very good at working the waivers. I've been very good at doing my research, very good at understanding which opponent's playing coming up. As for my matchup with them boys, who cares? Like, who cares?
You're gonna lose points with that tight end.
Why?
Sure. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Why am I worried about them boys?
Because there's not gonna be any tight.
Why should I?
When you go into the waivers, there's gonna be no tight end that you can pick up that's gonna give you over 10 points. I'm gonna guarantee you that. The good tight ends
You're
that are
assuming my
left
tight
right
end's
now,
going to be the only reason I win, though.
Dallas Goedert and Dalton Short. No, I'm not saying you're gonna win. I'm just saying that's why you're not gonna score as much points against me. That's what I'm saying. You might still win. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you got to really look and see the facts right here, man. I'm talking about facts.
The facts right now is your team is going to be the weakest it will be all season when you go against DemBoys. And obviously, without needing to ask, I will be rooting for DemBoys that week. Hopefully, you have a few losses before that. We would love to see that on.
What happened the last time you guys endorsed this man? Come on, guys. Last time you endorsed this man, he got embarrassed. Bro, why would you do that to him? Don't do that to this man again.
Either way, man.
Listen, man.
It is what it is.
Y'all looking ahead in the future. I'm just looking at next week.
Yeah, game of the week. KxngTrizz, Central C.
I will say we touched on it a bit. We haven't talked about it a lot, but Thelonious Punt is actually a solid team for real. I'm looking at his team when he's at full strength with Jonathan Taylor and having Amon-St. Brown healthy and having Saquon healthy. He puts over 140 points a game.
Yeah, he does work. We talked about it earlier.
Two bad games of like under 100 points, but that's because of injuries. I feel like and not being full strength. I feel like every time he has a full strength team, he puts over 140 points, which is pretty good.
He's definitely top 3 in the league. Definitely top 3 in the league.
He got the same record as the commissioner. You know, that he can't even be an individual in his own conference. But that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, DemBoys, you got a matchup on your hands. It'll be a tough one for you, I think. Waivers haven't gone through yet, of course. So your team can look different if you put in waiver moves, and so will his team look a little different. But I believe this is your biggest challenge of the season right now. If you're able to get over the hump against Thelonious Punt, you would be in great position. Thelonious Punt is 3rd in the playoffs, and you are 5th. I believe if you were to beat him. I might not put you into third, but a few losses
Fourth.
with other teams, you could be fourth. So
Yeah, in the long run, that could
Bro, I
probably
need you to
break
beat
a
him.
tiebreaker too. I mean, that's the only time I'm playing him this
Yeah.
season. So that would break the tiebreaker
Yeah,
if
so
I
you
was
might
to win,
you
and
gonna
we
need
have the
that.
same record down the line. So yeah, this is actually a pretty big game. Also, like if Chris wins, KxngTrizz wins, he's gonna take over, and I lose, he's gonna take over my spot, which will be pretty rough for me. And I believe I can even fall out of the
Yeah.
playoffs next week if I lose and teams win. So I don't know.
So that's
We'll
how crazy
see.
it is.
yeah.
That's how crazy it is. From 5 down, 1 loss or 1 win could mean a playoff spot or not.
Yeah, man, it's
So
tough down here, man. I gotta
yeah, man.
do a lot, but I think I've set my team up to where like all of my positions now are pretty consistent. Like I said before, I had like 5 running backs that I felt like could give you double digits any day. So I got a good wide receiver in CD. I think it was a good trade by Trizz as well. I know he needed a running
Yeah, that was a
back, so
great
I
trade, man.
might have made him stronger with getting him a running back. I know Madison's been kind of suspect week by week, so
Yeah.
probably wasn't good in the long run for me if I ever verse you down the line. But right now, I think I needed that little punch in CD land for my wide receiver too. My wide receiver too has been giving me just like 12 points or less. Like I feel like I just need a guy that's capable of giving me 20 plus. So that's why I did it.
Nah, I think Lamb for Pacheco was a good solid move on both our ends. You needed a wide receiver. I needed a running back. They both average very similarly. They're both used very high in their offenses. This was a trade based on needing a position, not basically the name connected to the position. You never know what's going to happen in the future, but right now, I think it made both our teams better just making that move. So, yeah.
So do we have any final thoughts, DemBoys, before we head out?
Big game this week. We'll see what happens in the waivers. I'm kind of looking at the waivers right now for next week where I have buys. So I'm not really focused on my waivers for this week. I just got to get this win. If I lose, I can even be out the playoffs, I think, if I lose this game. So just got to see how my team does. And down the line, just got to get a playoff spot, like I said, and go from there.
Central C, any final thoughts here?
Got a matchup against the commissioner. This is really all I'm thinking about. This matchup is the biggest matchup in the history. Like I said, every time Central C plays somebody, it's primetime television. Primetime television is Thursday night, it's Sunday night, and it's Monday Night Football whenever Central C plays somebody. It's always game of the week. Everyone's waiting for that one person. Who could do it? Who's going to be that guy? Now this week, let's think about it. The commissioner, I know he's capable of. He put up 197 on somebody one time. They're saying he not a slouch. At the end of the day, there's a reason I'm called the Notorious. My record's 7-0. So am I really losing sleep?
Yeah, man. Thank you, Central C, for joining us, man. It's always a blast to have you on the pod.
Last
Thank
thing
you,
I would like to
DemBoys,
say.
for showing up, man.
Last thing I would like to say.
Bro.
Last thing I would like to say.
How many last things are there?
Jada, stop talking about Tupac.
Yo, hey, on that note,
On a
we out,
serious
man.
note,
We'll
though,
see you
for
guys
real.
next week.